The follow-up is simple. Ask a question, listen to the answer, then follow up. I'm your host, Noah Kozlov. Enjoy. Hi, and welcome back to another episode of the Follow-Up Podcast. I'm Noah. This is my 6-year-old daughter, Eden, and every week we sit on her bed here in our apartment in New York City and talk about something that she wants to talk about. You can listen to all episodes in Apple Podcasts. You can watch them all. That's where we recommend you consuming this on vocalnow.com, VOKAL now.com, also on Vocal's Roku channel. Eden, today?
Things that we enjoy doing in the pandemic that we couldn't have done if it wasn't here.
Yeah, so it's been a dark year to say the very least, and with a lot of downs, and for some, many more than others, but it's been about a year now, and we've been thinking about those things that we've enjoyed doing, that we've been fortunate enough to have the opportunity to do over the past year that we weren't doing before. So what is something that you've enjoyed most that you think that we'll continue to do?
Having you home for dinner every night, and and now we can all eat dinner together because you travel a lot for like sports and stuff.
Right.
And
so that's nice.
And you also call games around that time.
Right. So it's been really nice over the past year that we've sat down for dinner together as a family. I think there's only been maybe 2 nights over the past year that we haven't had dinner together as a family, which is
actually every
great.
Monday because I get to sleep over at Grandma.
Oh well, yes, different over the summer, yes,
right.
But this is, and we can have breakfast in the morning together, and there's certainly more family time, but not just family time like just being home, everyone doing something different, but sitting down and having dinner together and talking and even planning a menu and cooking together and figuring it all out together has been really enjoyable. I think that's been my favorite.
Like you said, like planning a menu for the whole week.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like, what are we having for dinner? You never told me that. That's what I say all the time.
Big week this week on Tuesday.
National Artichoke Day.
It is pretty crazy that there's like some wacky, crazy day every day.
I feel like March has the most like things. Like
Laugh
Out Loud Day.
Pretty wild.
Yeah.
Maybe next week we'll talk about National Artichoke Day.
Yeah.
That might be fun. So, yes, I think that's been my favorite. Something else that you've enjoyed has been what?
Something else I've enjoyed is having you help me with school, because when I'm remote, Dad helps me, so, and it's like I'm staring at the computer, so it's like I get a break, I enjoy that, and Dad can help me, so I enjoy that because I also get to spend time with you.
Yeah, that's been
things like that.
Yeah, that's been really nice. Like Mom has been fortunate enough to be able to go into her office every day. That's empty and it's really just her, and
but it's fun.
Yeah, and so to be able to help out with school and give you some more challenges and spend more time on certain things and go at your own pace.
It's nice. So I'm not like rushing to do all these things in like half an hour.
Yeah, and being able to take a break from looking at the screen.
Yeah, because looking at the screen's a lot. Like I've been doing for 2 days straight.
Yeah, this past week, right. And what about, I think one of my favorite things has been dancing every morning together. It's a good way to just stretch and get the day going. Like we started by calling it Song and Stretch, where we play a few songs and stretch and get our bodies going, and now it's turned into just pick 2 songs and dance like nobody's watching, and even if they are, who cares? And getting out some energy in the morning and starting our days off right. I think that has been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That has been a lot of fun.
And I also like that we never discovered this. On Alexa, you can make a list of like songs you like.
Yeah.
So you can just play that song list, and then just like all these songs come up that you liked and played a lot. So it's like, oh, that's a good song, and maybe I wouldn't have thought of that today. or something like that.
Yeah, when you play a song on Alexa, if you say, Alexa, I like that song,
then it goes like
it goes into that playlist.
In a list that you play, songs you play a lot, or songs that you say like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then then you can just play that song, and then you're like, oh, I never like thought I was gonna play that song today, or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was because we used to spend some time like trying to find different songs, which is still fun to do, to find different dance songs. And I know Mom and I like playing songs for you from the 80s and 90s from when we were kids, like Paul Abdul songs or MC Hammer or some other songs or Whitney Houston, things that we really liked dancing to, and then some songs from today that you hear on Kids Bop and other places that we had never heard of. And then we get to see her dance moves in dance class.
Yeah, which I do a lot of dancing.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do 2 dance classes a week, but it turns into 3 different dances. Because I do pop and ballet, which is 1 class, and then I do hip hop, so I do 3.
Yeah, and so getting to see those dances, and then just letting loose in the morning really makes for a great start to the day, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. Anything else?
Well, I don't think. Those are my favorite enjoyable things.
Yeah, I think so too. I think those are.
Those are the top 3 things on my list.
Yeah, and we've managed to figure it all out so far. No one ever expected a year like this, and I know Mom and I have been really
to our grandparents for 5 months.
Right, no one expected that.
No one expected that.
And that's where the podcast started.
Yeah, and it's gonna be about a year, but it's not gonna be 52 podcasts because I think we just put a few out.
Yeah, I think we started it. We'd recorded some in early April, but then didn't put them out till later in April.
Yeah, because we were trying to figure out what day we were gonna put them out.
Mm-hmm. But the podcast certainly has been another highlight. So let's make it 4 things.
Let's make it 4 things, but let's combine the 4 things at once.
So
those top 4 things that combined to the first thing.
And doing the podcast has been. So it was a podcast that I'd been doing myself, just interviewing friends about all sorts of different topics and showing that you could have a short, thoughtful, entertaining conversation just by asking one question, listening, and following up.
Like with another question that goes with their answer.
Right. So and you had been a guest a few times when you were really little. I recommend people going back and listening to those from when you were almost 3 and when you were 4, and then some vacation recaps. It's pretty cute to hear your voice way back then. But when you asked about being a co-host of the podcast, and Mom and I talked about it, and then putting it on camera, it wasn't just an easy decision, but it was what we thought would be a great learning tool for you to develop further conversation skills, how to speak to adults, how to present yourself, and I think it's working out pretty well. You want to keep doing it? For how long?
I don't know.
Like until you're in college?
Sure.
Okay, I love you.
I love you.